Good morning, students. So, as I explained in Headmaster Mapping 3 yesterday, this is the consolidation that's happening from price due to low liquidity. Price retraced back down into 1697, which is our M15 level. Price has not touched the main key level of 1696.5, and that is our M15 level for the buy. And for the M5 even, it has not touched at 1696.97. So these are the two levels for the M15 and M5 for price to stay above. Okay, so price can retest this moment and we can actually decide to whether to break this buy zone or respect. And if it respects this zone, we might see a fly all the way up at least to the first zone over here. So that should be at 1728 all the way to 1733. That is from the M15 time frame. And the thing that we have right now as well is a sideways between the M15s and the M15. So what you're seeing right now is the buy from this to this, and that is the M15 level of support 1696.45, and the level of resistance for M15 is this. So price is currently consolidating in these two zones, and as always, as even if price comes back to this selling zone, and if we are targeting on the buy, you should not take the sell. But if you guys are on the scalping, which means that you want to take the risk of the sell that could be respecting the zone, you can also take the sell. The sell is at 1707.95. This is M15 resistance level. Okay. Now let's look at, we have seen the H1. Okay, we have not seen the H1 yet. So now we're looking at the H1. All you guys need to know is H1 has created a new level of support at 1700.07. So as long as H1 stays above that line, we are still targeting for the buy based on the H1 all the way to 1713 and 1717. So this is what's happening right now with H1, M30, and also M15. M30 over here, we kind of like have a setup from this level as well. So I'm gonna mark this as a green candle. Okay. So we also have the level of M30 resistance over here. So for M30, the level of resistance is at hold on, 1708.61. So just look at this. Remember that these zones, these selling zones, you have M30 and M15 level at 1707 all the way to 1708.66. And if for the buying zone, just know that for H1 it is at 1700, but you still have M15 and M5 zones at 1696.T all the way to 1697.1. So these are the zones that I'll be trading in today. And obviously for me, the target is I want this bullish movement to happen because we should have gotten and hold this buy for now. Because if this buy is valid, we should be holding up at least until to this point. And that point is when we decide on the next move, when the price breaks or price respects the zone. And if it respects the zone, we might see a sideways in the zone before the main breakout happens. But I believe that the next M15 and the next zones for M15 would really decide on the bullish movement. Because if you just put a line at the M15 level, at the M15 level of resistance, it is at 1707.97. So make sure you monitor this. If price comes back around this zone and it respects the M15, you would say that there is a resistance level of M15 and M30 zone. But let's just say it goes and it breaks all the way up, closing above than the level of resistance. So from that moment, I would say that M15 would be bullish and the buy position that you have can be held, and we would just wait for price to fly all the way up. Okay, so that's the target for gold. and I hope you guys understand. Okay, thank you guys.